My 25M, GF, 25F, wants me to stop my family friends from suing her. My girlfriend was recently walking her dog in the park when her dog bit a kid, 4M. The parents are a family friend of mine. It was more than your peck and it required some stitches to repair. My girlfriend has offered to pay the medical bills and keep it under the table, but my family friends want to take this to court. Their reason is pretty clear because they want to be sure that all current and future medical bills will be paid as well as some compensation for the pain their child went to. My family friends are well-to-do and a lawyer is no expense to them. My girlfriend doesn't have a lot of money and won't be able to afford a decent lawyer, and that's why she is panicking. She's already received the letter from their lawyer. The dog will also be going to animal control shortly, and she is even more afraid that the dog will be put down. She is asking me to intervene and make them drop the suit. However, her story isn't good. She walked her dog without a leash in a playground area with children. This is clearly her fault, and I'm not really sure if I have any moral ground to ask for forgiveness on her behalf, because if it were my kid I would sue the perpetrator as well. What do I do? Too long did not read. Girlfriend wants me to stop my family friend from suing her. I think you need to prepare for this to possibly be the end of your relationship. It does sound like your girlfriend was at fault, so these are the consequences of her actions. It sucks that she's being sued, but she's lucky her dog didn't seriously injure the kid. It sounds like you don't really want to reach out to this family, and I probably wouldn't either. This is your GF's issue. I doubt your girlfriend will take this well, so be prepared. After someone engages a lawyer, that lawyer's advice is not to talk directly to the other party. So it is very unlikely that this family would talk to your girlfriend, on advice of counsel. The usual pattern I've seen, as a non-lawyer, is that the other party engages a lawyer, and then the two lawyers attempt to negotiate and settle the matter out of court. So UGF's next move is to shop for an lawyer. Any opportunity to talk directly to this family is long gone. I mean, it is on her for not having the dog on a leash, especially in a children's park. It's harsh, but I can understand from the family's perspective. She has no ground or defense for this. Have to be honest with her on this. Only thing you can do is talk with them and see if they're willing to compromise, but I highly doubt it. Why doesn't she go talk to them while you accompany her for moral support and as a witness? You'd let her do the talking to try to negotiate an out-of-court agreement or something for the medical costs. You can end the conversation and drag her away if things get heated. I don't think there's much that can be done if her dog has been reported to the authorities, though. There is simply nothing you can do. She is clearly in the wrong and is about to find out exactly how wrong she was. Her dog will likely be taken and put down, and she'll be up for quite a bit of money in compensation. That should teach her to have her dog on a lead in a kid's playground. Sorry, but no sympathy from me at all. My girlfriend has offered to pay the medical bills and keep it under the table. My family friends are well-to-do and a lawyer is no expense to them. Some compensation for the pain their child went to. My girlfriend doesn't have a lot of money. The dog will also be going to animal control shortly, and she is even more afraid that the dog will be put down. Fuck these people. Yes, your girlfriend is at fault and should be responsible for any out-of-pocket medical costs, but fuck them. Getting a lawyer to get pain and suffering from someone who doesn't have a lot of money, most likely spending more on a lawyer than they'll get, so they're just hurting everyone. My girlfriend's best friend told her to cheat on me. My girlfriend of a little over 1 year told me about a week ago that when she was going to a concert, about 8 months ago, her friend told her that she should find someone hot and make out with them, knowing me and her were in a relationship. My girlfriend told her she wouldn't do that to me. I asked my girlfriend why she only now told me, and she said it's because she forgot. Knowing this, I stopped talking to her friend, and about an hour ago she texted me asking if anything was wrong. I told her I didn't want to talk to her anymore because she said that to my girlfriend. I'm scared now because I know that my girlfriend will find out, and break up with me because I told her friend that she told me what she said. She specifically told me not to tell her. She's on a camping trip right now, so she won't find out until 4 days later. What should I say to her? Hot take, but I feel like if your girlfriend dumps you for not wanting to associate with someone actively harming your relationship, then she isn't mature enough for a real relationship. This sounds very fishy. Are you sure your girlfriend told you the truth? You should apologize to her now, not after her friend tells on you, and makes things worse for you. How old are you? Did she tell you the truth? Are you sure she didn't cheat? Cause 8 months, and that kinda stuff, no one forget them. Tell her you told to her friend and ask her to tell you all the truth. What did the friend say when you told her? How do I politely tell a coworker I just met that I don't want to hang out outside of work? For some context, I literally just met the dude 2 days ago. We chatted a bit as coworkers do, but I don't really feel any connection and can't see us being friends. He's very Mormon, he's my age, mid-20s, and he's 3 kids. Meanwhile, I'm pretty much a staunch atheist. I swear a lot, live with my girlfriend, like to go out drinking, you get the point. I mean no disrespect and pass no judgment or anything, but it's not gonna work. Plus I like to get to know people a lot more before I feel comfortable with the prospect of hanging out outside of work anyways. The dude asked for my number the first day and today texted and asked if I can meet him at his house with his family on Saturday for pizza, which sounds like it would be hella awkward. Also I kind of get the vibe that maybe they want to convert me or something. Anyways, I've kind of dug myself into a hole because I said that maybe we could hang out this weekend, but I have to check my schedule, because I'm too fucking nice and didn't know what to say. So yeah, what's the least asshole-ish way to go about this? Update. Okay, so I texted this, I've given it some thought on how to say this because I don't wish to offend you. You are a nice person, but I don't usually socialize with coworkers outside of work. I like to keep the two separate. I hope you understand. And his response was, am I a coworker? Another update. So, I think he might be trying to hook me into a pyramid scheme. He's been talking to me non-stop at work today about how he met this rich couple who retired at 25, and they taught him all this stuff about making money via e-commerce without having to work, by partnering with a bunch of companies and having ownership over every product in your life, rather than buying from someone else. And somehow over time that turns into people working for you, rather than the other way around, and making you lots of money they generates on its own in the background. IDK, I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't understand it at all, so I'm explaining it very poorly. Have you guys ever heard of something similar to this? It sounds pretty scammy to me, because it sounds way too good to be true. And his response was, am I a coworker? OMG, what does he think he is then? Honestly, the least asshole-ish definitely would have been to tell him you weren't interested from the get-go. There's probably not going to be an ideal way to approach it now. I think being direct and upfront is the best option, and just tell him you thought about it and don't really have much interest in hanging out with him outside of work. You aren't under any obligation to be friends with your coworkers, and hopefully he'll be mature about it and take no for an answer. Dude just wants to convert you. Tell him to fuck off, kindly. Am I a coworker? If I got that, my petty ass would probably say, well, you aren't the boss. But that's bad advice, so don't do that lol. I'd probably just ask for clarification. You've only known the guy 2 days. Don't tell him, just show him by your actions. Text him a simple, sorry cannot do that. And then don't reply to anything he texts. Just laugh next time you see him and act like you thought he was joking with a pizza and meet the family, lol. Also it's Mormon. 2 O's. I notice there are a lot of sarcastic answers. So since he is a coworker, it is a good idea to tell him no politely. You didn't commit to him, you told him maybe. I would just send a follow-up message letting him know you can't join this weekend. You can add you'll let him know when you are free. You don't need to tell him why or justify it. Keep it simple. Happy ending, massages. My fiancé and I have been together for 5 years, engaged for 1. Recently, I found out that 2 years ago he was looking around to getting an exotic massage. Specifically a Nuru massage, where a female will be completely naked and rub her body on yours during the entire massage with gel. A guy reached out to him on here and gave him 2 numbers that belong to 2 females who give massages close by. He described the services they give, their looks, etc. My fiancé answered and said who he would prefer by her looks and asked how much she charged. It was $100 for a massage with a happy ending, and $140 with that included with a shower, and my fiancé responded with, $140 bucks it is. I am completely mortified. He apparently never ended up going through with it and says he has never had a massage done and that it's a fantasy of his. I chose to believe that he never had it done and ended up reaching out to the girls and they have no record of him. I just don't know. I asked him if I had done this with another man and let this happen if he would consider it cheating, and he responded yes. So I am just completely stuck now on what to do. I found out other things, but I just feel so betrayed and cheated on that I am finding this out now. You don't know that he never went through with it. Those 2 people are not going to give out the names of clients to enraged partners. Even if he didn't use those specific people, he could have somewhere else. Don't know that trust can be rebuilt here. Those are not massage therapists or masseuses. They are sex workers. No professional offers that service or has anything about their looks mentioned. Only sex workers would do that. Nothing wrong with the services themselves or them providing, but obviously not okay for your fiancé to be actively searching for them. They also would never confirm if he was a client of theirs or not. Of course they'll pretend otherwise. Sorry to say, but your fiancé solicited sexual services and very likely got them. He tried to cheat on you. Just because he didn't do it doesn't mean anything. He actively looked into cheating. He could do it again or even have gone somewhere else but won't say. I wouldn't want to be with someone like that. Personally. That would be a deal breaker for me. Break up with him while you have the chance. I don't believe that he never went through with it in the first place. And if for some reason he didn't, if it's such a fantasy of us, why wouldn't he do it in the future? I doubt he didn't go through with it. He definitely did and is lying about it. Also, that's obviously cheating. It's basically the equivalent of hiring a hooker. He cheated on you, even if he didn't go through with it. You have to decide if that is a deal breaker for you or not.